Good morning, people, and welcome back to Enshrouded, episode 20. Can't believe we're on episode 20 already. As you can probably see, we are in a new location, one that I have not been to before. So I've found this place. I was looking for a kind of foresty area where I want to make a new village. And I've found this area. On the map, we are just north of the carpentry camp. At a place called Diadwin. I hope I've pronounced that properly. So I have laid the flame altar. I've upgraded it to flame level 3, I believe, at the moment. Yeah, altar level 3. I'm just going to show you around this. I think I'm going to level most of this, if I'm completely honest. I'm definitely going to keep the well. Let me just grab that water. That's pretty handy, so I'm definitely going to keep that. Just going to show you around the perimeter. Got a little camp over there. Adds a little bit of character to the area, I think. We've got a clay mine over here, which will come in handy. Plenty of these big trees. And one of these big trees I'm looking at, or maybe these two actually. I'm looking at making some sort of mage tower. I'm thinking around the tree, or maybe incorporating them into the build somehow. So yeah, that's where we're at. We've got all of this around here. I was originally thinking of using this large tree that's just over here, this one. Doing the mage tower sort of all the way around it, so the tree's all the way through the middle and this comes up out of the roof. But having just seen those other two trees, I may use those instead. Or maybe that one, that was pretty big as well. I'm sure I'll decide before I get too far in. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep it at level 3. I may go up to a level 4 altar. The reason I might do that is because I've got this other altar over here, which is where the kind of hobbit town is. And if I can get them both to spread wide enough, I'm hoping that they may just about touch. It does seem like a pretty big area, so I might not be able to. I may have to stick another one in the middle somewhere. But time will tell. We'll see how big we can get them. And we'll see how close we can get them together. Yeah, so this is where it... Oh, that is a nice big tree. Maybe I'll use those two for the mage tower. Who knows? I'm going to get cracking with a little bit of clearance, because there's a lot of junk and broken fences and stuff lying around. Yeah, well, that was quite handy. Right, let's get clearing some stuff. You know, so just as I've been running around this place trying to tidy it up a little bit, taking away the rubble and dismantling a lot of the furniture, just come across this place. I might actually keep this. I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking about having some sort of maybe jail cell type area, or jail, or kind of sheriff's office. I think this might be ideal, you know, so I'm thinking you could keep this part and have this as kind of like the sheriff's kind of main entrance. And then as you come through here and you go downstairs, you've got already two what could be turned into jail cells. Let me just put a torch on so you can see better. So you've got one there, and you've got a slightly bigger one here. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I could turn that into some sort of jail, and then you've got this dude just hanging up here as a reminder that that's how we deal with people that sin or partake in debauchery or crime. Yes, I might keep that actually. And then I was just looking over here as well and saw this place. There's like a boiler type thing in here. Is that an oven? I don't know. Yeah, it's an oven, isn't it? And then you got the bath. I might turn this into like a little bathhouse or something. So I might keep that as well. I've just seen this bit here. Where does this lead? Does this come off the back of the jail cell type area? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it does. So I'm not sure about this bit. Might dismantle this bit and fill the door in. I quite like that alcove there though. Some sort of shrine maybe? I don't know. Well, keep having a think as we're moving around, but it's given us some ideas, which is good. Right, I've cleared out most of the stuff that I want to get rid of. Oh, this guy keeps coming to pay me a visit. So we made a friend whilst we were clearing this out. I've chopped down a lot of the dead trees, left the living ones, taken away most of the fencing. I've left a few bits because I'm not sure if you can actually craft these. these kind of like farm tools, and I think they look kind of cool, and it looks a little bit like it's lived in. Oh, there's a tree that's escaped my felling. Let's go and get rid of that quickly. Get the honey off of it first. It'll let me. Seems to be a lot of clay around here. It's got another little clay mine here. As I was clearing the place, I discovered I've actually got quite a big clay mine just outside the boundary of where I'm building, just over here somewhere. There it is here. So that could come in handy. And I think I'm going... Oh, let's just delete that little bucket there. Keep the cart. Keep that tool. Keep the cart at the back there. I think I'm going to level this though. I don't really know what I would use that for, other than I was considering keeping it for an inn or a large inn. But I think I could probably build a better looking one than that. It kind of looks a little bit bland. So I'm going to go ahead and dismantle that now. So that is all cleared now, and we have a blank canvas ready for us. I think the first thing I'm going to do though is try to fix this place up as the like sheriff's office stroke jail, and then we'll go from there. Got a few ideas in my head. Definitely want to put an inn of some description in here. And then obviously I will do the blacksmith, the alchemist, the farmer, the carpenter, the dodgy looking geezer. And some sort of... I might build a crypt for him on this occasion. Definitely want to get a church or something in here again. And then that mage tower. I'm still not decided on a location. It may well go over there with those two big trees. Or maybe over this side between the two big trees here. Or just around a large one. I've never done this before, you know, repaired a building, so I think we're doing alright. What I've done though is I noticed that there was a trim, so if you see the very bottom, there's like that little step style trim. I've removed the block from underneath it, because that's the only way that trim stays there. If you have a block underneath it, it does this. If I just quickly go back to my... If I just place a block underneath, you see it clears the trim away. So I'm leaving that block from underneath. Oh, I'm removing that. So it's a bit janky, but I think it looks a lot better with that little trim around the edge. It almost looks kind of like kind of Roman, like architecture. I'm gonna try and get that all the way around, and then I'm just filling it in the underneath with the mud where the rubble was. That's pretty much repaired now. Oh, I like that, you know. There's a number of reasons why I want to keep this as well. The plants growing down it, I don't know how to replicate that, and I'm not sure you can at the moment. So I feel like it gives it that kind of, it's been here for a while, the wild's kind of reclaiming it a little bit. It's really cool. I really like the trim across the top as well, and the bottom. I try and keep that all the way around. I need to repair this bit now. Right, that's the front done. It's coming along nicely now, I think. I'm going to carry on around the rest of the building, and then I will start with maybe the roof. Or maybe just come on inside and see if we can sort this floor out, because there's an absolute mess in there, isn't it? That needs to be replaced. I think I might go with like a wooden floor in here. This is coming along really well now. Got most of the outside done. I've got the trim on the bottom and the top all the way around. It's taken me a little bit of fiddling around. Sometimes it's just the case of removing one block and putting one back in because it's a little bit too beaten up. Sometimes it's a case of just filling the blanks because some of the blocks are missing. But mostly it's just removing an old one and putting in a new one, so this block, the trim goes all the way around. But I think it looks really nice, so hoping to carry on that theme across the entire building. As you can see, it just fills it in. Now, if any of you are interested, the way that that's being done is... So I'm having the flat wall, and then this one is just 2 across on the top. I'm going to struggle to get up there, I think. Yeah. Let's build a block here. I can just jump on top. Yeah, so as you see, it's one block is level with the wall, and then one just on the outside of it. And it creates that really nice sort of overhanging decoration to the outside. I think it looks really cool. Okay, the outside is finished. I am pretty happy with that. Put in some windows. I've moved the windows on the front just so they're a bit more even looking. Got that trim around the doorway, which I like, the way it stands out. And then the sides, because you can see the trim on the bottom and the top goes all the way around. This bit down here is where the prison cells are, so I've evened them out. And what I've also done is, if you can just see, just there, those 2 ridges, you'll be able to see better from the inside. So you know how like the old jail cells in the westerns and stuff, they would have like a window at the top, or those kind of medieval dungeons. You would just have the window at the top, just to let a bit of fresh air and a little bit of daylight in. So I've done those at the top. I'm hoping to put a window or something in them so it looks like it's got bars on. So I've just evened these out. The doors are adjacent to each other. There's now 4 instead of 3. There was just originally 1 this side and nothing here. So I've extended that and made that into another cell. And we've still kept our skelly bum friend there. Right, the roof is on. I've opted for sort of a flat top to keep that low so it doesn't stick right up. Now what I've done out the back is I've buried the prison cell area actually. So those windows are going to be more for decoration than any practicality. The wooden floor is down all the way through on the inside, and I've put this little torch on the wall here. Proper old iron one. I think that's all I'm going to do for the lighting down here, is keep those cells nice and dark. I'll start furnishing them, I think. Probably use those little camp beds and not much else in these. I want to try and get like a barred door for each of these. And then I want to decorate this bit. I want some sort of like counter across the front, and I'm thinking to maybe use the palm wood block. It kind of looks quite good. It's got that kind of decorated look, like maybe a counter wood. I don't know how high I'm going to do that. I'm toying around with that. What I might do as well is just put a desk, try and glitch it through. So I think I'll probably keep it that low then, just the 2 blocks. Let's just see where that fits. Yes, I'll probably just keep it the 2 there then. I might put a couple of these tables across there. I'll have to put the rest of those blocks all the way across though, otherwise that table won't let me glitch it in. I feel like that's going to need to be right in front of the doorway. That's where I would think it would be anyway. And then I was also looking at, I've done this across the top here, this beam, just on the inside. I feel like that adds a nice little detail. It's bringing this this trim down and it kind of goes up to match the wood. I think that looks quite good. So I'm probably going to do that all the way along around. I won't do it on this back wall or this side wall here because they're obviously higher. And I was considering maybe put some beams so they go through, so there's like some support for the roof, but I'll see how that looks in a minute. Right, that is pretty much finished now. I've put temporary windows in and temporary doors just because I didn't want to leave them open, so I've just gone with the cheap wooden windows all the way around. Give you a quick tour. I've gone with the solid wooden door because I think the thick ones look rubbish. I didn't want to put that on here, so they're temporary as well. I'll eventually change those. Now we've got the counter put in, which I use the palm wood for. And I've just put a little desk in there, just so there's something in there. Little candle holders are up, but I'd quite like to use the firefly lamps eventually. So I just think they look better. I went ahead and put that trim from the front wall all the way around. Now I did put it on this back wall and the side wall here, which I originally thought I wasn't going to do. However, I put it up there just to see what it looked like, and I think it looks really nice, so I'm going to keep that. And I just really love the way that breaks up the wall from the roof. Certainly breaks these walls up that looked a bit plain in the middle there. Really like that. Looks like a real nice finish there. So down here we've got candle. We've got the door on. Temporary again. I'm going to change that for a bit more of a solid door. I might even go with a barred door there. We've kept the barrel in. I just feel like it adds a little something there, and this is just not such a plain area. And then when we come downstairs into the jail area, we've put some of these straw beds in. I'm not sure if I'll put the camp beds in here. I may leave these straw ones in. I like how uncomfortable they look, and prisoners should be uncomfortable, shouldn't they? And then finally we've put the windows in the little kind of daylight things that are purely for looks now, because I had to bury the jail cells. And there's our little dude hanging out, keeping an eye on the prisoners, making sure that they don't cause any more trouble. Guys, I just want to take a quick second to thank everybody for commenting, liking, and joining me on the streams. You guys are keeping me going. All of the new subscribers, thank you so much. I hope you liked the video today. Hope it gave you some ideas. And I think on the next episode, we're going to have a look at this bathhouse, see what we can do with that. And then we're going to start thinking about building some living quarters and workshops for the various workers. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Until then, good night.